Hello people! Today I'm going to be ranking every single GD icon, color, and death effect. This is going to take forever. Pretty much everyone has done an icon tier list, but I haven't seen anybody do colors and death effects. I'm doing this to celebrate hitting 100 subscribers. A little bit overdue, I know, but thank you guys for 100 subscribers. I really appreciate it. It's only been like 4 months since I started my channel too, so kind of crazy. Also, if there's a lot of background noise, I apologize. It's a Saturday night. There might be some parties going on. Anyway, let's start. Starting with default cube. I don't know how I'm gonna rank these, to be honest. I'll put it in B. It's like nice looking, you know, it's symmetrical. Bootleg Rob Top cube though, this one's... I actually used to like this one more than the original, but now I just see the original so much that I'm like, it just looks bad. I'll put it in D. This one, I don't know, it's alright. I'll put it in C. And then original Rob Top cube, I'll put in B also. This one's kind of ugly, I won't lie, but it's not F tier worthy. I'll put it in, actually, I don't even think it's E tier worthy. There are some bad ones coming up. I'll put it in D also. That one's like kind of okay. It's like Michigan cube, but pixelated. I'll put that in C. This one's pretty ugly though. That's an E. I like this one. I like how it's all spaced out. This one, we're not gonna talk about it. It's kind of ugly. E tier. This one is also pretty ugly. Yeah, I'll put it in D too. This one's our first A. I used to use this one a lot. I really like it. I'm realizing I'm putting a lot of mid ones in E. This is probably not a good idea, but this one I guess is a C. A lot of these I don't really have much to say about. This one's pretty ugly though. D tier, I guess. I'm seeing a pattern here. This one's kind of nice. C, I guess. I like this one though. That one I think I'll give top B tier. And this one is also pretty nice. This one's interesting, but I don't know, the execution is kind of off. This one is pretty ugly though. That one's kind of weird. I don't love it. This one is also ugly. That one's also ugly. Okay, Michigan cube. Oh man. See, this only works with black primary and glow, which is basically just Michigan colors. Or maybe I'll give it A, just out of respect. This checkerboard one though, this one just like, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't know why. I'm not a fan. This one's slightly better, but still not a fan. This one, I think we're gonna put it in F for some obvious reasons. This one's also kind of ugly. This one's cool. I haven't seen anybody use this. I feel like it's a little bit underrated. I'll give that a B. EVW cube, our first S tier. This one looks so clean, I will say. I almost wanted to use it, but I feel like I wanted to use a cube that's a little bit less commonly used. This one is like decent. I don't love the spiral, it's a bit weird. How many people can I think of that use this? Nepesta, Carmel, Cyclic, and Dorami. Those are the only ones I can think of, but everyone uses this, but it is so good. I'll give it S. This one's like the one we just ranked, but it's very like square and weird. I'll give that C. This one, people don't like it, but I mean, I don't like it either, but I don't think it's quite F tier ugly. It's very interesting. I've never seen anybody use this, and it's like a bit weird. I don't feel anything about this one. This one's pretty ugly though. This one is also a very overused one, and I don't think it warrants that. It's not very pretty, but it's like alright. This one's kind of bad. This one's also kind of bad. Actually, well, it's not as bad as the other ones, so I'll plop it in C. There's gonna be a lot of C's. This one is way too detailed for my taste. That's ugly. That's very ugly. That's kind of okay. Creeper cube. I mean, it's decent. I think that's the Beating Hexagon Force one, if I'm not wrong. That one is like this one, but... oh wait, no, it's like the F one, but worse. Woolsey cube slash Blast processing cube. I like this one. I quite like the look of it. I think that'll be an A. There's not a lot in A right now. I realize that I think that a lot of these icons are ugly. I won't lie. This one's decent. This one's like weird. I think people only use it to flex that they got 100 likes on a level. I have too much in E. I think I should move stuff up. This one's decent. Oh god, I have to start scrolling now. I'm gonna use my trackpad for that. Tech cube slash, I think it's Get the Game on Steam. That one's decent. Oh, this one's pretty ugly though. I always thought the Mario cube was ugly. I'm sorry, I have to give it F. It's just, it does not work. This one is just very plain. I don't really feel anything about it. This one, I forget what the reference is. It looks alright. Iron Man cube looks decent. This one's pretty weird. It's like pixelated open mouth. I just hate the way the tongue looks. That makes me, oops. I hate the way the tongue looks. It makes me so uncomfortable. But not quite F tier worthy. This one's kind of ugly. Aha, now we have my cube. And that is an easy S tier if I can get it up there. A lot of people don't like this, but I just think it looks so clean, so nice, and it's very unique. I love that it's asymmetrical. Yeah, just talking about myself right now. Anyway, let's move on. Spider-Man. This really only works if you have the same primary and secondary color, and then it would be like an A, but if you have different ones, it'd be like an E. So I'll split the decision. I'll put it in C. This one, don't feel anything about. Okay, this one though. This one's an easy F tier. What the hell is that? Fortrox Cube. I'll give that a B. It's pretty nice looking. This one, Colon Cube, also pretty nice looking. This one just looks derpy. It's funny. I'll give it a B just because it's funny. Lenny Face Cube, I don't really like. I hate the way the nose looks. This one's also an E.
That one's like alright. This one's also alright. This one's also alright. This one's pretty ugly though. Decent.
That is very ugly. I think that's gonna be an F. Who uses that? I've never seen anybody use it. I have seen people use this though. This, it's an E, I guess. I don't love it. This is like my cube, but kind of weird. This one's hella ugly. This one is like colon, but weirder. This one, I think that's the Jonathan cube, if I'm not wrong. It's pretty ugly. This one is just atrocious. That is easily going enough. I've never seen anybody use this, but I actually kind of like it. I would use it if it weren't for like the weird gradients on it. I think I'll give that an A actually. This one is quite ugly. I've never seen anybody use that either. This one, I've never seen anybody use any of these. Like that's an easy F tier. What the hell is that? This one's alright. This one is also an easy F. Just so many of these are so ugly. That's also an F. Man, we're getting to the terrible ones. This one, I guess, whatever. That one's kind of ugly. This is like the stereotypical pro player cube that everybody uses, but I think it looks quite nice. I think that's another A. This one is like that one, but blocky. That one's kind of ugly. That one's kind of ugly. This one's like that one. I'll put them next together. They're twins. Oh, this one is weird. I have never seen this. Default cube, but gradiented and like cut at the bottom. It's a little weird, but I kind of like it. This one is just ugly too. So many of these I've just never seen before. That one's ugly, this one's ugly, this one's ugly. I don't like the ones with like the intimidating looking mad faces like that. Like I like the cutesy faces that are coming up right now. Maybe that's just because I like cuteness. These are all kind of bad. Alright, now we have these thingies. I think this is a reference. I think that's the Kirby cube if I'm not wrong. Or maybe it's that one. No, wait. Hold up. Oh, I'm stupid. It's this one. Please forgive my stupidness. Anyway, this one, I think it can go in B. It doesn't have the gradient, which I like, but it is still kind of cute. Juniper cube, that's an easy S tier. I love it so much. It's so adorable. This one's also pretty cute. I'll put that in B. This one's like a little weird though. And this, which I'm pretty sure is the Kirby cube, but I still could be wrong. That'll also go in C. This is my old cube that I used from like 2020 to late 2022, and I think that this is an S tier. I never changed it until I rebranded, quote unquote, even though I didn't have a brand before.
This one's horrible. That one is awful. Oh my god, and this one too. That one's decent. Lemon cake. It's like fine. This one's fine.
A on Air Cube. Honestly, I didn't like it at first, but I think now I can put it in A. Maybe it's just YouTuber bias, but you know, it's cool. This one's pretty ugly. Not quite F tier though. That one's, I actually quite like that one. Now that I'm looking at it, I think that could go in, yeah, I'll give it A. It's pretty cool. That one's like this one, but more detailed. That one is awful. That one's also awful, but not as awful. This one, okay, the cubes that like, the ones that aren't squares, they just kind of bother me. I don't know what it is. I've never seen that one, but it's pretty darn ugly. I don't feel anything about that or that. That one's pretty ugly. This one, I mean, the design is cool, but it's definitely not for me, and it only works with certain colors. This one's pretty cool, actually. I think it only works if you have certain colors, but I'll give it B. Oh god, this scroll wheel's really annoying. I'm so sorry. I've seen people use this. It's like kind of cool, you know? That one's fine. That one's fine. This one's ugly. That one's ugly. Oh, that's the Jonathan cube, isn't it? Oops. What did I say it was before? Now I can't even find it on my list. Oh, this one, yeah. Yeah, I don't know who uses this, but I have seen it. That one's ugly. This one's quite interesting. It's a bit too detailed for my taste, but it is kind of unique, you know? Yeah, it's in B, I guess. That one's atrocious. This one's Actually, I like that. That one's kind of cool. That one's horrible. That one's horrible. There's so many in E tier. I just find so many to be ugly. I don't know what it is. Oh, the snail. The classic snail. The snail is like kind of freaking ugly. Whatever. That one I think can go up in C because I like the gradient. That one, man, I'm having to scroll so far to do this. It's kind of annoying. And then that one, kind of ugly. This one just looks so derpy. It's so funny. He looks so scared. I guess I'll put that in D for the funny value. That one's whatever. That one's whatever. This one's horrible. Looks like a smiling snowman. That one's whatever, and that one's whatever. Man, okay, what an end to that tier list. As you can see, I'm picky as hell. I'm pretty happy with that list. Next one. Also sorry about my fan. For some reason, this is eating up a lot of my computer's processing. Oh, hello? Okay, there we go. A lot of these are super zoomed in, so I'm not going to be able to tell exactly what they are, but I can get the gist, I guess. Default, I guess, it flies good, but it just looks very blocky and weird. But I'll put it in A, because I think some of these are going to be like in the much lower tiers. I gotta balance it out a bit. This one doesn't look as nice, in my opinion. This one looks nicer than the one I just did. This one looks kind of bad. I like this one though. That's probably an A. I also like that one. That one's fine. A lot of these look so similar. Like, look at those. You can barely distinguish them. That one's a little weird. Ooh, our first S tier. I used this one for a while. I think that was before I unlocked my old gradient ship, which we'll get to in a bit. This one, I think, I can give it A. It's not quite S. That one's pretty bad. Oh wait, I have to give that F. You know why? EVW ship, easy S tier. I love it. I know Aeon doesn't like it, but it's just kind of cute. I don't know.
That one looks horrible. That one also looks horrible. That one is horrible.
Michigan ship, aka Dragon ship. I used this one for a little bit. It flies really nice. It looks really good. Seahorse ship is also an easy S. I think everyone can agree on that. This one probably flies horribly. That one looks decent. That one's horrible. That one's horrible. There's gonna be a lot of Fs. This one is my current one and the one that literally everybody uses, but it's S because it looks amazing and flies amazing. This horrible turtle-looking unicorn, that one's horrible. I just don't like the ones that have faces on them. That one's, okay, this one's not as bad, but it probably flies really bad. You know what, I'll move a couple of these because some of them aren't so bad that they're F tier worthy. Like this one at least looks good, but these ones just, no. That one... That one just looks so, I don't know, just that face. This one is alright. That one's a little detailed for my taste. That one is horrible. Oh my god, this one also just makes me laugh. I'll give it D for the funny. I don't like that one. That design is weird. This one's pretty good though. I think I'll give that A. And this one. This one's easy F though. I think everyone can agree on that. This one, I think, it's not quite S, but I think that can be an A. It looks really nice. That one's way too detailed for me. I've never seen anybody use this. It's kind of cool. Aeon ship. I'll give that C. It's fine. This one's slightly cooler though. This one... it's fine. That one, I actually kind of unironically like it. I'll give that D. There's a lot of dragon ships, I'm realizing now. Not that one. I don't think that's even a dragon, actually. Whoops. That one's kind of too detailed. It's very much like this one. So many of these look very similar, so I like to use kind of a more unique... Wait! Why are there two of those? Hold on. Hello? Who made this tier list? Whatever, I'll just keep it down there. Now we're at my old ship. I know people hate on this one for being big, but it looks incredible. This is probably my favorite ship to this day. I like it even more than my current one. So if it didn't fly so horribly and if black and pink didn't look terrible on a gradient, I probably would use it. I'm putting that at the very top of S.
Horrible. That one's kind of cool. Probably flies bad. Horrible.
Oh, the scissors. Oh god. Okay, I unironically think these look good, but they fly awfully. I'll still give it B though. That's a duplicate, I think. I already put that somewhere. I'm pretty sure that these are all duplicates, but let me know if I missed one. Yeah, I don't know who made this tier list, but this is my final ranking. Surprisingly, I have more in the higher tiers than I expected. Okay, I'm pretty satisfied with that. Oh, my voice is already so tired from talking, and it's already been like half an hour. Default looks very clean. Best default so far. This one looks a little weirder. This one I used for a little bit before unlocking my next ball. I like that one. It's got like an origami vibe. This one is like this one, but less good. This one's fine. Actually, a lot of these, I think balls are probably the best. Oh my god, that out of context. How do I say this so that it doesn't sound wrong? This game mode in GD probably has the best skins out of all of them. There we go. Okay, this one, I'll give that B2. A lot of these are kind of like the same vibe. I would probably use any of those. That one I guess will go there. This one's a bit uglier though. This one is my current one that I just unlocked like a week ago or 2 weeks. Oh, sorry, that was a hiccup. Or like a month ago. That's an easy S tier. This one's fine. That one's also an S tier. I quite like that one. That one's fine. This one is kind of ugly, I won't lie. So is that one. That one's pretty cool. I like that it's kind of spaced out. I should make like a spaced out icon set. I should do a video where I try to make a bunch of like aesthetically pleasing themed icon sets. That'd be really fun. I should do that. Anyway, I'll give that a B. And that one's like the Dragon Ball but uglier. That one's pretty bad too. That one's cool. I like the black. That one's not as good as the other origami ones. Neither is that one. That one's pretty ugly. Nothing in F yet. This is my old ball that I used like for a year or so because it went with the gradient. I don't know if I want to give it S. That was always my least favorite icon. That one, I don't like the ones with faces. That one's pretty bad, and so is that one. This one, I don't know what's with those little like mini balls inside the... I'm just not gonna say that word anymore. Anyway, that's D, I guess. That one, I've never seen anybody use that. It's fine. That one's horrible. That one's also horrible. This one is actually kind of cool. I'll give that an A. This one is another S tier. A lot of people use this for good reason. That one's fine. This one I used for a little bit. Before changing my whole icon set. It's decent. This one, okay, people shit on this, but I think it looks super cool. This one's fine. This one's fine. That one I used for a little while too, and I used it after changing my icons before unlocking this one, and I think it looks pretty awesome. That's an S tier. I'm very biased, as you can tell. Like, these are all ones that I've used in SNA. This one is way too detailed. That one's fine. That one, I appreciate the uniqueness, but it doesn't quite work for me. That one's also fine. This one I like though. This one, another spaced out one. I'll give that B. The swirl, oh, I worked so hard to unlock this, and then I never actually did, but I wanted to use that before rebranding, because I had like a gradient icon set, and I liked that one more than this one, but it's kind of like a bit weird looking at it now. I don't know if it necessarily fits with anything. I guess I'll give it that. And then this is the inferior swirl ball, which I'll give C. Okay, that looks pretty nice. I like that I don't have to scroll so far to show the entire thing this time. Okay, we're not even halfway through. Jesus, my voice already hurts so bad. Okay, Geometry Dash UFOs, but with nice square images. Thank you for whoever made that, because I don't want them to be hella zoomed in. Default is kind of plain. I'll give it C. Actually, I mean, it's better than some of these upcoming ones. So I'll bump it up a little bit. That one is a C though. Same with that. This is my current one. I used this also in the very beginning. I don't think it's quite S though. You know what, I'll put it in S, because, you know, I do like it and I've been using it. That one's kind of bad. This one's terrible though. The arms, oh god. This one is also pretty terrible, but not as bad. That one's pretty bad. That one's pretty bad. That one is horrible. What is that? This one, it's like fine. That one's fine. Fine. This one is slightly better. This one I kind of like. I wouldn't use it myself, but I guess that's a B. This one is the hardest thing to get ever, but it's cool. That's fine. Oh, this one. Okay. This is the only reason I'm still doing the map packs, to try to unlock this. When I unlock it, I'm definitely going to use it, and it's very popular for good reason. So, easy S tier. This one I used for a little bit. I think that's an A. This one is horrible. That one's horrible. I'll move that up, actually. It's not as bad. This one I used for like 2 days until realizing it's ugly as hell. That one's horrible. I hate how square it is. Oh, this one. Okay. This is my favorite UFO in the entire game, and it's one that I used with my gradient icon, and I'm kind of sad that I can't use it anymore because it looks awful with black and pink. But yeah, I love it. That one is awful though. That one's horrible. Oh my god, so many ugly ones. That one's not as ugly, but still ugly. This one, Michigan, aka 1000 Stars UFO. That's also an easy S tier. This one's pretty cool. I think that's the Aeon one if I'm not wrong. That one's way too detailed, but kind of cool. That one's bad. That one's bad. That one's bad. And those are bad. Yeah, as you can see, I don't quite like the UFO designs that much, but these 4 are definitely the magnum opuses of the UFOs. Anyway, next. Oh, the waves. I'm excited for this one. My favorite game mode. But I feel like these cannot be too detailed, otherwise it's just gonna look really messy with an icon set because the wave is so small. But anyway, default, I think arguably the best one. It's the one I've been using. This one is like default, but slightly altered to be more interesting. That one's pretty good. This one is like fine. That one I quite like. I like that it's asymmetrical, I think. Is it quite S though? Yeah, it's S. This one's kind of ugly. That one's kind of ugly. This one is kind of good, but not... I guess I'll give it B. That one's kind of bad. That one's fine. This one I've seen people use. It's that, I guess. I like this one more. This one's horrible though. I don't like the ones that aren't pointed. I think a theme I'm seeing is that I like it when when the icons keep like the general shape of what they're supposed to be, or like of their defaults. So all the weirdly shaped ships and UFOs and waves, I'm not a fan of, but anyway, that's an F tier. Or an E, I guess. That one's kind of cool. This one's horrible. I hate how pixelated it is. That one's horrible too. That one's fine. That one is... Okay, this is like the current pro player wave. When did it become a trend to use this? That one's also horrible. Why is there a face on there? Oh, I hate it. Oh, that's gross. That one's pretty ugly too. This one's actually kind of fine. I don't hate it. This one I used before buying the one that I had for a while. I think I only used it for TOE too, though I'm not that attached to it, but I'll give it a A. It's pretty cool. This one's horrible. That one's fine. This one's way too detailed. This one's also pretty detailed, but not as bad. This one, I like it. Ooh, this one's an S tier, I think. It's like in between A and S for me because it doesn't quite keep the shape of the wave, but I do really like it, and I like that it's asymmetrical. Yeah, I'll give it A. This one, it's fine, I guess. That one, I think I can give that one B. I like the gradient. This one's a C, I guess. This one, okay, I need to actually show it, but this was the wave that I used in my old icon set, and I absolutely love it. I think it's my favorite wave apart from the default. I kind of like it more than the default at times, but the default definitely fits better with my current set. This one's kind of bad. Oh, the sword, yeah, this is also an S tier. I kind of want to use this, but also the default definitely looks better with my set, but this one has a special place in my heart, even though I haven't unlocked it. I've been working to get demon keys to unlock it, and then this one, I guess, is C. Sure. There we go, 5 down, 4 to go. I'm happy that these later ones are going a bit quicker because the colors are going to take forever, I already know that. The robots are probably the ugliest icons out of all of them, basically. I'm just not a fan of any of these, really.
Also, it really bothers me that there aren't any gradients on any of these, because back when I had my gradient icon set, like, I was really frustrated by that. I was like, I want to have a fully gradient set, but there's no robots that have gradients. Anyway,
I've been rambling a bit too much. Default, it's a bit blocky for my taste, and it's also that I don't know if you guys saw that meme of like this looking like the photo album cover, but I can never unsee that now. Okay, this one's horrible. This one looks like somebody drew it with like no brush stability on a trackpad. It's not quite F though. It's like fine. Yeah, I'll give it that. This one I used for like a hot second, it's fine. That one's fine. This one is like the Iron Man side profile robot. It's alright. Actually, I'll move that to C though, it's not as bad. That one's fine. That one's pretty ugly. 10,000 star, I think I can give that A. That one's pretty good. This one's horrible. That one's ugly. This one's horrible. That one, I've seen people use it. I'm not a huge fan, but it's like fine. That one's bad. This one I like a lot, but I don't think it's quite A. I'll give it B, I suppose. By the way, I never used any robots apart from my current one. This one I've been using for literally the entirety of since I unlocked it. That one's kind of bad. I like this one though. That's a B. That one's horrible. That one's fine. This one's my second A. I like this one a lot. It is a bit too detailed for my current set though. And also black secondary would just look weird. That one's kind of fine. This one I used for like a month or so. I like it, but it's a bit detailed. That one's also a bit detailed. That one's bad. This one I like. I think that's an A. And then this is my current one, which I'm obviously going to give S. And I think this is going to be the only S. And then that one's an E. Alright, that's my robot list. Actually, a bit more balanced than I expected. I thought they were all going to go in these bottom 3, but oh well. Okay, this is the last icon ranking. Oh shit, there's people outside. They're gonna just hear me talking about a $4 Square game. Okay, default is, it's kind of the same. It's very blocky. It's kind of average. A lot of the defaults are just average. That one, also kind of the same. This one is my current one, and I have to give that an S. I just love that it's like circular. It's like, kind of looks BB-8 like. That one's horrible though. I hate how square it is. This one's decent. I like the gradient. That one's also fine. This one's, I don't know, it's not horrible looking, but it's just weird and dumb. I guess I'll give it E. That one is it just has that derpy face again. That one's fine. This one I like a lot. I think it's not quite A though. I'll give it B. This one I also like, although the gradients are a little weird. What is that? I have never seen this one before. It looks so cursed. Oh my god. Ew, I hate it. I don't know if it's F though, because it does look kind of cool. This one's fine. Oh, the scorpion. Oh, this one has a special place in my heart because I used that one with my gradient icon set. This one is the EVW spider. A lot of people don't like this, but I think it looks pretty good. I wouldn't use it myself though. That one looks pretty bad, and so does that one. Okay, I'm done with the icons. Man, that was a long process. I've been recording for an hour, but we still got more to go. Okay, so default is, I actually like it. It's very classic. Honestly, I'm not one to use like flashy death effects. I use this one, which you can't even see, but it's like the default, but a little more circular. I'll insert a video. Yeah, so I don't quite remember what a lot of these look like in motion. I'm just gonna go off what I know from the pictures. That one's like alright. This one is like very staticky. That one's pretty ugly though. I think that's an F. This one, I think that's the EVW one. I'll give that C. That one I quite like. I think that's an A. That one's a B, I suppose. This one I used to use a lot, but I don't love it actually. I just used it because it was the only cool one I had. That one I don't remember. This one, I guess it's a C. This one I really like though. I think the explosion looks super cool. This one I used for a little bit too. It's kind of fine. This one though, I think this one's an S tier. I remember what this looks like and it looks pretty awesome. That one's, I have to put something in E tier, so... Oh wait, there it is. There's my little guy. This one I don't remember what it looks like, so I'm just gonna stick it there. I'm sorry. That one's pretty good, I guess. And then this one's fine. There, that looks slightly messy, but I guess it works. So yeah, none of these are bad necessarily, except for that fart one. And this is the colors. Oh boy, I made this one myself. Alright, default green. I think this is default green if I'm not wrong. It's fine. I'm not a huge fan of green. It's probably my least favorite color. This one is a little more desaturated. This one is like more bluish, which I like. This blue is pretty nice, I will say. I think that's an S. This one's a B. That one's a B. I don't really have much to say about these. I'm just kind of ranking them based on how much I like them and how well they would actually go with sets. This one I feel like wouldn't really go well with a lot of sets. I'll move this up to C though. This purple, it wouldn't really go well with a lot of gradients and stuff. And then this one, I guess a little bit higher. I'd like it slightly more. This purple I used before using this pink that's coming up, because on mobile it looks way more pinkish. As you can see on my PC, like these are very different colors, but on mobile they looked really similar, so I used that one for a while. I'll give it A. I think that's the Trusta purple as well. Now for my primary. Oh yeah! That's an easy S, I'm so sorry. I think red can also get S. Maybe not that particular shade of red though. And then that one can also go in A. Orange, I feel like it looks nice with a lot of colors, but on its own it's like mid, so I'll go with that. We haven't gotten to the bad ones yet. This one's, I actually thought that looked nice with my pink back when I had pink and yellow icons, but I was just stuck with this bright yellow for so long I didn't want to change it. I'll put that in A, and then the bright yellow I'll also put in A. White, ooh, okay, this one's interesting because it's such a safe choice, but it just looks really good with everything. I think white and black are both gonna go in S, and then these can go in A because they look decent but a little weird. I think this dark one can go B, and then black of course is gonna go S. That's my secondary. It looks good with everything. It can hide some of the, you know, imperfections in some of the icons. This green though, this green is absolutely disgusting. It doesn't go with anything. If I had to make a worst icon set, I definitely would use this color. And then this like slightly less pukey, but still kind of pukey green. I'll give that E, and I'll give this one E too, because it's also pretty pukey. And that one can go in D, I suppose.
Same with that, same with that, same with that, same with that.
And then this blue is a bit nicer, I think. I think I'll put that one in A. Now that I think of it, I'll put this blue in A too, and then move that one down to B, because that one's a little saturated. The dark blue, I don't know if it really looks good with anything, and it makes it hard to see. I'll put that in E. That rhymed. Dark purple is fine. This purple is really nice, actually. Part of me wants to use it. I don't think I've even unlocked it yet, though, so, but I like it. I want to move this gray down, though. With all these bright colors, it kind of looks bad. I'll move them both. Okay, this magenta looks pretty nice. So does that one. So does that one. I gotta move a couple of these down, though. I'm being very biased, aren't I? I think these two wouldn't really look good with a lot of colors. Dark red, I think looks super nice, like maroon. I think that one can go in S, honestly. I have no bias there because I wouldn't actually use it, but I just like the color. This one's fine. This orange is a little more pukey than the last one, so it'll get E. That one, puke brown, F. This is like fleshy, a very fleshy pink, but it can look good with a lot of things. I don't know how I feel about this one. I guess I'll stick it in the average. This blue is, I guess it's not blue, it's like more turquoisey, but it's so pretty, and I would use it if it didn't look atrocious with this magenta. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. And then this purple I think can also be S because it's like very lavendery and looks really nice. Okay, that I think looks pretty good. And that's gonna end it because my voice is absolutely dead right now. Thank you again for 100 subscribers. Maybe I'll do a face reveal at 1K, no promises though. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.